So I'm going to go ahead and pull these games up right here. First, we have Vikings Eagles. We'll probably go back and forth and give our opinions on the game. I uploaded a video on this the day after it happened. Basically, same thing. Vikings, they're coming out slow. Their O-line is atrocious. They have no run game. They're very, very, very much missing Dalvin Cook. I mean, me and Tyler told people that at least fantasy wise, and it's correlating on the field too, that Madison is not that guy to run that backfield. And y'all don't have a deep backfield. It's really just Madison and a few guys that either are newly drafted or have been on the team for a while, and they're just not getting it done. Kirk Cousins getting fried by the defense. It's going to be another one of those years like 2 years ago where they lost almost every game by a touchdown.
One possession games.
Yeah. We have the Eagles. They're starting slow. I pissed someone off the other day because they said something about I said they're struggling. I never said the Eagles are struggling because they're finishing the game strong. They're starting slow. The offensive coordinator's trying to get the wheels turning. I think they were using the Vikings to get the run game going. It worked out. Jalen Hurts is making some weird decisions on passes. He's had 2 turnovers in the last 5 quarters. He had 2 turnovers. I think he only had 2 turnovers last year in total or something like that. I saw that stat today. But yeah, they're starting slow. They finally got that run game going though. The con I have, or the pro for the Vikings, is Addison is a dog already. So I'll let Tyler touch on his Vikings Eagles thoughts.
Well, along the same lines, yeah, I don't know if I'd say Philadelphia is struggling, but
no,
I would not be happy as an Eagles fan with how they've played, even though they've won both games. Because later on down the road, if they don't get the little issues figured out, it will end up costing them.
You can't start slow in November and December.
You can't start slow against Dallas either.
No.
They gotta figure it out. Yeah, but I mean, outside of that, I don't know what's going on with AJ Brown or Jalen Hurts. They know they can run the ball now, so now let's spread the ball around, make everyone happy, really. Defense is still solid. It's the pass rush, but after the pass rush, it's kind of we'll see.
Yeah, that's the guys out.
Same thing for Minnesota though. I'm just not big on Alexander Madison. I think he can figure it out, but I don't know. I'm not a big on him. Jefferson is going to keep doing Jefferson things, which has allowed Addison to score in his first 2 games. So, yeah, I just want to see Minnesota's got to figure it out, and they got to be able to win those close games. That's the way I just kind of see it. So
that was literally the difference.
I'm not panicking if I'm a Vikings fan either at 0-2. So just like another team that's 0-2, we'll get to. I wouldn't be panicking if I'm them either. So
I mean, they could. Last year they were were they the second best team in the league? The Vikings, something like that. They got a really good record.
But, I'm trying to think. I know they lost to the Giants in the wild card,
which we called that, by the way.
So they might have been the 2 seed.
That was before we did the podcast, but we said that was happening.
Yeah.
Next, I have a lot of praise for this one team. Ravens Bengals. Me and Tyler both had Ravens. I had them in 3rd. He had them in 4th. I did say when I did my predictions on that, I said Ravens could easily be a 2 team. It really depends how Lamar comes out and plays. And I had some guys that, I usually am a really big, I'm not a big Lamar fan, but I'll usually praise Lamar until people start gassing him up. Then I have to, play devil's advocate. Lamar did a lot of things this last week that I really liked. There were several moments you can tell he grew as a quarterback. There were several moments I was like, Lamar's about to tuck and run this. He sat there in the pocket and he threw completions, he threw touchdowns, and I was like, that's what you want to see from your franchise quarterback. Making these really good decisions to help your team in crunch time like that. They beat the Bengals. I have oh, by the way, Rock Ya-Sin pick yesterday. He's on the Ravens. Yeah, he's on the Ravens.
Yep.
Bengals, I know what's wrong. Their defense is bad. We've always known that. Burrow's struggling. He didn't have a camp. Burrow's still dealing with a calf injury. They're about to have to make a decision. Are you going to keep letting your franchise $270 million quarterback play on a calf injury? The same kind of calf injury that had Aaron Rodgers tear his Achilles, by the way. Are we going to keep letting him play on that even after he's come out and said it's still bothering him? Or are we going to let him sit a week or two? I guess it really depends who they have coming up. I can't really see that right now, but
They have the Rams,
okay.
then they have the Titans,
Mm.
then they have the Cardinals. So it's not a super difficult next 3 games.
I mean, you gotta think down. You gotta think the long run on this. You're gonna let him sit. Y'all, it'd be easier to make that decision if y'all were 2-0 or 1-1. Might
I
not be
think if
having
they
this
let him sit,
conversation.
it'll just be 1 game
He needs to get
if he even sits. I don't think he's gonna sit. I think that's the
Yeah.
competitor in him.
Definitely. But that cat, like that's like so the calf issue is when your calf is strained, it puts more tension on your Achilles, and that's why you see more Achilles tears when people have calf issues because it's more tension and they're usually non-contact, pushing off the ground, making a cut, stuff like that. Tyler, what are your thoughts on the Ravens and the Bengals?
Well, the only reason I'm not impressed with the Ravens yet is because we are not even in October, and the Ravens have had no problems starting off hot since Lamar took over. It's finishing that they were like 7-0 like 2 years ago, 7-1. Lamar missed the rest of the year. Last year started off hot. Lamar gets hurt. Same shit. So I just kind of want to see I kind of want to see him in November and see if he's still playing this well. But off to a good start. Obviously, I'm happy. So we'll see. That's actually a really, really tough division.
Yeah, it's really going to be.
If Cincy figures it out, I mean, you got Cincy, you got Baltimore, who's 2-0. You got the Browns,
If
who
the
look really
Steelers
good.
figure it out, that might be the best division in football right now.
Yeah, and the way it's looking, I had the Browns in second, and then the way they looked last week, demolishing the Bengals. They could be the best team in the division. I don't know. It's too early to tell, really, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think I still think the Bengals figure it out. I think too many checkdowns. Jamar Chase hasn't really done anything the first 2 weeks, so. Which the only thing is that's funny about that is everyone thinks he's the second best receiver in football behind Jefferson, and it could be Burrow, but I haven't been impressed. Which don't worry, we'll be touching up on Jamar and where I have him here in a little bit. So, yeah. 2-0 Ravens, 0-2 Bengals.
Ooh, this might be candidate for game of the week. We got Seahawks Lions. I saw Kenneth Walker bounce a ball out of a closing hole yesterday that blew my fucking mind. Great ball vision by him. Gino made a decision yesterday that pissed me off, taking a loss of yards on a really crucial drive. Both teams are looking good though, but you can definitely tell both teams have their flaws. We're getting torched in our secondary tremendously. Lions, they're getting to the quarterback, but their secondary is still pretty iffy. That's why it was pretty much, a dog fight. Both teams I feel like have a lot of potential. Both are 1-1 now. What's his name? Really showed yesterday that he's a bus driver. Jared Goff, bus driver, bro.
Sauce man.
Yeah, that's saucy himself. He did throw for 323 and an interception, but you just got to watch the game to understand what I'm talking about when I say that. Damn. Hey, Gino was kind of sucking yesterday, low key. 32 of 41. No,
I
that's
mean,
not bad. I'm tripping. I thought that was almost 50%. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
I'm
That
about to
wasn't
say it
bad.
was a tough game regardless,
Yeah,
but
really, really, really good game.
comeback win.
We didn't really have the run game going. Our highest rusher, Walker, 43 yards. When are we going to see some Charbonnet?
You did?
A little bit in the passing game.
No, he had 4. He averaged 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, but 4 carries. Like someone else who
Yeah.
got 4 carries this week that's really upset about it, but we'll get to that. Let's see what the
Yeah.
Lions did. Montgomery, 67 on 17. Gibbs, 717. I bet Gibbs had some
Montgomery
receiving
is going to be
yards.
out for a little bit.
Well, yeah, he got carted off, and I was like, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, he's out for. Let me find it. He is out for.
Probably a
Well,
high ankle sprain.
it's expected to miss a couple weeks. His quad.
Ooh.
So yeah, Jameer Gibbs season, baby.
Is there. All right.
Moving
Any
on.
takeaways from Seahawks Lions, or you want to move to the next?
You can move to the next. I mean, it was a good
Is what it
game.
is. It was a blowout. Not a blowout, a shootout. We got Colts Texans. One, Anthony Richardson's gonna have to learn how to slide. I mean they got it. I mean they got Zach Moss back. He kind of came in and picked up the slack once Richardson came out. They have a good young team. I think I saw a stat. I don't think the Colts have one. I don't think they have one player over like 27, 28 years old. That's insane. That is crazy. Not even the kicker.
Meanwhile, Colorado State's kicker is 30 with 2 kids, 3 kids, and he's
You're
married.
lying.
Nope.
Oh god, we have the Texans, good old H Town's team. They're out here still losing, but they're showing some. They're getting better week by week. Tank Dell came out, he showed out, which I said in the preseason. We got a friend that's going to gas him up a little too much. But Tank Dell is one of those guys that he's going to come out. He makes really good space in open field, and he's going to be a really solid guy for them. What was the other dude that went off? Collins?
Yeah,
Bro,
7
where
catches,
where is
146.
Robert Woods? Isn't Robert Woods on the Texans?
Robert Woods had 6 catches for 74
He
yards.
did?
That's 13 fantasy points right there.
Okay, Robert.
But,
I see you. Roberto.
Here's the thing with the Texans players are going to be good this year. Because when you're down every game, CJ Stroud threw the ball 47 times yesterday
That's
and completed 30 of
insane.
them. So
They said I
There's-
saw something about them being a top rushing team. I need to look at that. Hold on.
I don't know about that. They only ran for
There's
52
no
yards
way they
yesterday.
have. Say Pierce only has 31
Passing
yards.
team. No, you saw passing. They said that the Texans were like 3rd in the NFL and second in the
okay.
AFC or something like that in passing yards.
Well, yeah, like we said, when that's all you can do, it's kind of.
How about say Minshew
Collins had
Richardson-
146 yards yesterday on 7 catches.
Yeah, I mean,
That's crazy.
you ain't gonna do that every week though. When you're playing the
No.
Colts, you're gonna have some success too.
Yep.
So, yeah. Let's go to the Titans Chargers. How about that?
Where's that at? There we go.
Titans take down Justin Herbert and the Chargers in overtime. Is it time to start thinking maybe Herbert just can't get it done?
I was sitting here yesterday and I was like, I almost looked the stats up, but it was like 4 a.m. I just think about the most random football shit at 4 a.m. Is Justin Herbert just Phillip Rivers 2.0? I mean, big arm.
But hold on. Is it Kellen Moore? I mean, you just drafted Quentin Johnson in the first round and you threw him 2 passes the entire game. I know they didn't have Eckler, but
I think we're starting to see what kind of coordinator Kellen Moore was like in last year when the Cowboys were calling what, because Mike McCarthy's really conservative, which I mean, it's help. They kicked 6 field goals yesterday, 6 or 5, something like that, which I mean, shit, they're blowing people out, so it doesn't matter. But Kellen Moore is one of those guys on 4th down. He's drawing up some shit. And sometimes drawing up some shit on 4th down is not helping the team. I think it's really going to test him this year. I mean, they have such a squad. They're 0-2, right?
Chargers, yes.
That is insane. Um, they didn't get any of their run game coordinated yesterday, I don't believe. Let me.
I was gonna say, granted, one of their best pass catchers and rusher was out.
Okay, but at the
you
same
still,
time,
how much is Herbert getting paid? You know, if you're
when
gonna be making all this money,
when Eckler was out last year, Joshua Kelly really stepped up. Kelly is not a bad. I mean, he can do the same thing Eckler can do, maybe not to the same extent, but he has the same abilities. They just weren't getting it. I mean, Keenan Allen had a day. Everyone was catching some passes, but when it came down to that crunch time, they just couldn't get it done. The Titans, I mean, I need to look at Derrick Henry's rushing yards. Every time I looked up, he was running the ball. 25 carries for 80 yards. Jesus. Jesus. They're
Spears
gonna
ran for 6 yards a carry though.
Yeah, eight carries, 49 yards. Ryan Tannehill ran it for 12.
I'm really not sure how they won this game.
I really don't know.
Because I didn't watch it, but
I bet if we go back, we can find some key turnovers.
You didn't run the ball necessarily well. You didn't throw the ball a lot.
I'm sure y'all went for it on some fourth downs. You probably should have punted it away.
They didn't fumble it. They didn't throw an interception. They just simply probably weren't moving the ball. It looks like. So, I don't know. But yeah, kind of concerning if I'm a Chargers fan. Also, you have Quentin Johnston again, who has had 3 fantasy points total in 2 games,
which is insane. I mean, I guess it's not. We said he was going to be the longest run, like for.
I wasn't expecting it.
Rookie receiver, yeah. We really did. We expected him to be wide receiver 3, though. I mean, but we knew Keenan and Mike Williams were going to be. But at the same time, like Mike Williams is so streaky. You think he would have had a game by now, at least some more catches. Yeah. Bears Bucks. We're not going to talk on that long because the Bears are fucking awful. But we're going to throw this out there.
Baker
Mayfield, baby.
Hold on.
Is it the third down?
20.
Is it the third down stat? Yes, sir.
20 for 23 on third down. 201 yards on third down. This is two games. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 132 passer rating on third down.
Talk
about clutch.
I had a dude so mad yesterday. So I was at the bar top talking to one of my regulars. He's a Bears fan, unfortunately. We love him to death though. We were sitting there talking about how much I like Baker, and this dude at the end of the bar, we were talking about football for like an hour. I walked to the end of the bar to put a glass in. He was being a little bitch. He was like, "Yeah, dude, you should sign a ESPN contract." Yeah, bro, I know I should. He was like, "You're ridiculous for thinking Baker Mayfield's good." I said, "Brother, I think Baker Mayfield's good because it makes people like you mad." I love some Baker Mayfield. And y'all know I'm a troll. And Baker Mayfield is the best troll quarterback to like.
And he just tore your team up. So
yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought the Bucs defense would be a good play this last week, but
well, no, not the Bears fan didn't say that.
Oh, they said the Bears.
No. I was talking to him. It was some random dude, like mad as hell. He might be a Bears fan too, though. He seemed pretty salty. Who'd the Bucs beat last week? He might be a Vikings fan too. I don't know. He was salty though. And I will be signing a contract with ESPN, pussy. I'm sorry. We're going to cut that out. I'm sorry. Just had to throw that in there. Chiefs, Jags. We kind of knew that was going to be a chippy game. I kind of thought it was going to be more high scoring, though.
I thought the Jags were going to do more. They didn't do anything the entire game.
It could have been crazy. Like, they could have super blown out the Chiefs. Justin Fields, Jesus. I'm sorry, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has this pass he does in the back of the end zone, and it's been a little too high, or the receivers had 1 foot out. But once he gets that pass perfect, and it's literally tiptoeing the lot of the end zone, they're going to score so many damn points because that's an amazing ball he throws. What's Calvin Ridley? I swear on my life is going to be a top 5 receiver this year. He might have not done a lot yesterday.
Christian Kirk was the man yesterday.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley 2 catches, 32 yards. But I promise, if y'all go back and y'all watch that game, he had a lot of passes in the back of the end zone where he either had to step out or he either had to step out or the ball was a little too high. But that man, I saw that
definitely
man
the number one.
acrobat some catches these past 2 weeks.
He's
that
the
I was
number one
like,
option.
Definitely.
He's being covered by the best corner by the Chiefs too. So
Christian Kirk is back. So
kind of
110 yards. Evan Ingram had some good plays. ETN was a little quiet yesterday. They really weren't, getting him involved a lot. Unfortunately, Chiefs.
Defense wins that game for them.
I still think me having the Broncos in first is possible. Let's be honest. I still think it's possible. Yesterday would have made it a lot easier to say that if they could have won off that Hail Mary. But I mean, dude,
they're going to figure it out.
This is how good Patrick Mahomes is, and I'm going to lay this out to y'all right now. Sky Moore, 70 yards. Watson, 62 yards. Gray, 38 yards. Tony, 35 yards. Travis Kelce, 26 yards. McKinnon, 24 yards. Rice, 20 yards. CHE, 17 yards. All receiving, by the way. Valdez Scaling, 13. This man got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 players involved in the passing game. That is insane. And like a lot of these guys, more averaging 23, Watson 20, Gray 12. Isn't Gray a tight end, or am I tripping?
No, he's tight end.
Oh my God. I think Kelsey's, they're still playing him slow.
Year. Same thing they did last year. It's just Kelsey was running the show.
Yeah.
He was on a snap count yesterday, and yeah, he almost threw hands with somebody, which I don't think Taylor would have liked.
Really? Yeah, Taylor would have had to make
at the end of the game. Yeah, it's after the game ended. Somebody was like in his and Patrick's face, and they were like kind of just chipping back and forth. And then Kelsey went into the tunnel, and Patrick went and hugged Lawrence. So yeah.
Isaiah
next
Pacheco,
one, got,
70 yards. Throw that out there.
We got Packers and Falcons. How about that one?
Yeah.
Why did the Packers lose that game? Jordan Love, 150 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He only got sacked 1 time. Why did they lose that game?
I think he is probably scared to make some big plays right now. And I mean, he's throwing to Dotavian Wicks. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck that
by
is.
The way?
Bijan's a monster.
124 on 19 carries.
What a monster, bro.
4 catches, 48 yards. So we do the math on that. He had 23 touches for 172 yards in the second game.
This is why, Wesley, you don't start week 2 both backs. Tyler Algier, 16 carries, 48 yards.
I started him in one of my leagues too.
Yeah,
but Deontay Johnson was out. That's the only reason why Deontay Johnson was out. But I did have Josh Reynolds. I just didn't trust him. So
Drake London, got himself out of his slump. I like it. They just need to get Kyle Pitts involved, bro. They're really wasting. He's got some good ass talent, bro. Really wasting that away, unfortunately.
Dude, Desmond Ridder, I don't know how he won that game. That motherfucker just doesn't have it figured out.
237, 19 for 32.
No, he wasn't bad as the game went. He wasn't bad.
Yeah, he got better, but
the way the game started, holy shit, you can't be starting like that and expect to win games.
Yeah, little barn burner right there.
All right, so I think we have one more noon game. We got the Bills and Raiders, and we won't spend too much time on that game. But shout out Devontae Adams and his 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I'm still not
Jimmy G thought he was him.
Jimmy G's dog piss. We're actually realizing how dog piss Jimmy G is now.
Josh Allen, only 16 completions, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. James Cook has possibly arrived. I don't want to say that too soon. It is the Raiders.
Yeah, we're gonna sit on it.
They play Washington next week. If he has a good game next week, I'll be sold.
I'm gonna say this. I think the Bills did as good as they did because they got the run game established. They never let their run game get established, bro. They just let Josh Allen raw dog it on the ground and in the air for
They really just
4
don't even run
quarters.
it.
Yeah.
So,
Um
yeah, easy
hopefully,
Bills win. Who do
yeah.
they play next? Let's see. Bills will be playing, if it'll load. It's not going to load. Do you know?
It's gonna be like the Browns or something. Watch.
It is Buffalo will be playing the Commanders. I don't know why I had to ask that. I just said that. And then next week they get Tua. That'll be good. We'll get to Tua though. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah,
start
yeah,
off
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
3 o'clock slate. Again, some of these we're not going to spend too much time on. Everyone else was shocked about this. I wasn't. The Giants comeback on the Cardinals. I wasn't even jumping with joy or anything because
I don't even know
it
what
felt like
happened.
it felt like the Cardinals didn't really even want to win that game.
It felt kind of like they were like, "Oh, we're up.
Personally,
We're tanking for Caleb Williams. Let's lose this game."
I was about to say I wasn't even excited. Saquon Barkley, possibly. How long is he? I mean, you know more
I
about
mean,
Saquon.
so I've been reading on it as a Saquon Barkley owner. MRI is negative. It's a low ankle sprain, which is good. People are talking about him playing Thursday. It'll be okay. He's not gonna assume he's not playing Thursday. I don't want him to play Thursday. Heal that ankle up. You know, don't want to go out there and make it worse, get a high ankle sprain, and not be able to play the rest of the year. So, the Giants suck. Saquon, sit out, heal it up, be ready for my fantasy playoffs. Or be ready for me week like 5 or something, 6.
Here, I got the next one. We got the Niners and the Rams.
Good game. The Rams are
Now,
doing a
what?
lot of stuff that I didn't expect them to do. You had
Let's
them as a
talk about.
playoff team though, so
I had them finishing second in that division. And they look like they belong. You got Puka. I don't know if that's his name. I don't know how to
Puka.
say his name. Puka. With his 20 targets, he's been very big in fantasy.
Oh, Puka. Yeah, Puka. Yeah.
I'm not super bought in on the hype just yet.
I mean,
People in the dynasty group,
someone's gotta eat with your
are saying
main.
he's worth a first, but
No.
I wouldn't pay a first for him.
Yeah, go ahead and pay a first for him because when he comes back, when Cooper Kupp comes back, if he comes back, Puka's gonna be getting about 60 yards a game.
Shout out Kyron Williams. Little shout out to my guy. 100 yards, 2 touchdowns.
100 yards. He must have
He had
some
100
receiving
yards. He had 48 receiving, 52 rushing. He had 10 targets in the passing game. Love that.
Nice.
But same situation as who was it? Who were we talking about earlier? CJ Stroud. When you're playing it, when they play good teams, they're gonna throw. I feel like the Rams are gonna be their players are gonna be must starts against good teams because they're gonna be throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah.
So
Stafford not great. One touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Purdy wasn't great, honestly, but at the same time they were running the ball a lot. So.
0 for 0. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all can plug anyone into that. Go get Jameis Winston, bro. Go get him a ring. McCaffrey 116. Debo Samuel established himself again. Let's get it. Yeah. Good game by the 49ers just played better at quarterback, I'm assuming. And just stuck to their game plan, won that game. We got, Lord have mercy, we're not going to talk about this long. Jets Cowboys. Jets players are pissed. You have Brees Hall, 4 carries, super mad about that, tweeting about it. You got Sauce deactivating Twitter. You got halftime quarterback 5. But they're playing my Super Bowl attenders. Parsons, there's no one playing better defensive football right now. And TJ Watt had 3 sacks week 1. So I hate this argument because someone they when they were arguing that, was that in the group where they were telling me Parsons is better than TJ?
Yeah.
I'm still not buying that. I'm gonna find.
I am.
Really? I'm gonna find the stats with TJ on and off the field because it's insane. You think he's better though?
No. Well, hold on. First off, the Cowboys defense is better in general. Yes.
Yes.
But who would I rather have? I'd rather have Parsons. We can't even bring up the sack record. That's not really fair to Parsons because it's not like TJ didn't do that in his third year.
True.
Um,
I think
Parsons
I
and like they did say, like to their word, they weren't using Micah as a true pass rusher until this year.
Yeah.
So
I think TJ is currently better. I think Parsons has a way higher ceiling, and I feel like we're gonna see him elevate that this year. I mean, I knew yesterday was gonna be terrible when Lawrence blew the first run play up in the backfield. I was like, this is not gonna be good. I mean, we didn't think it was gonna be good regardless. Some people thought it might be a close game. We knew it was gonna be a fucking blowout. I mean, it's ridiculous. I kind of want to look at Dak's stats yesterday.
I expected the Jets defense to play a little better. That's the only thing that surprised me.
Dak
I
is
still thought the Giants would win by like at least 14.
the Cowboys.
What did I say? Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cowboys.
They're
Still thought they
doing
were gonna win.
they're using Dak the way I said they need to get to the Super Bowl. I said Dak needs to be a bus driver and let this defense carry him. He is driving that bus 255 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Playing smart football. You got Tony Pollard, 25 carries, 72 yards. We're missing Zeke. All right, we're missing Zeke, guys. You don't think so? I think we're missing Zeke pounding it up the middle and letting Pollard come in and run it outside.
I don't know, dude. I think the run game's fine. I think the Jets have one of the best defensive lines in football also.
John Franklin.
And Deuce Vaughn, they were using him a little bit yesterday. I don't know. If my phone wouldn't be so slow. Like I literally
He had
live
3
in the
catches,
city.
16 yards, 3 rushes, 16 yards.
I was about to say, once they get him
involved.
acclimated.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb, 11 for 143. Did what's his name not play yesterday? He didn't.
Yeah, what's his name didn't, and I started Gallup in the redraft league, and he got me a whopping 1 point. So Gallup is a no-go.
1 reception, 3 yards.
He is getting dropped in 2 days.
They're just playing insane ball, bro.
I mean,
2 tackles for Parsons. 2 sacks, I mean. 2 sacks, 4 tackles.
I think he had a forced fumble.
He did. He literally took the ball from Dalvin Cook.
Let's think about one thing, dude. The Cowboys defense has probably forced 8 or 9 turnovers in the first 2 games. They forced 4 turnovers yesterday. Let me go look.
Gilmore playing insane. The one Jets touchdown was because somehow we decided we were going to play man football with the safety rolled down onto Garrett Cook. That wasn't a good idea. But I mean, it happens.
Yeah, the Cowboys have already forced 7 turnovers. They lead the league. Second is Philly and Jacksonville with 6.
I'm going to say it. It's looking real Legion of Boom-esque right now.
Who are you talking about?
The Cowboys defense.
Oh, okay. You scared me. I thought you were talking about Seattle. I was like, let's not do this.
They got the coach. They got the man.
Yeah.
Well, they just need they need a Bobby Wagner out there.
Yeah. Well. All right. How about you go ahead and
Broncos country. Let's ride. We got Commanders, Broncos. I had Commanders winning. They were gonna have I said they would make playoffs. Who knows right now? They're slowly getting it rolling. They're slowly getting it rolling. Yeah.
No, my bad. Washington's 2-0.
Yeah.
Who we had finishing third, both of us in that division.
I did have them as the last seed in playoffs, though.
Yeah.
We'll see. Broncos having some good moments. I mean, they had a Hail Mary at the end that gave them a chance. Their 2-point conversion, there was a flag missed on it, but hey, you should have won the game before that, so it doesn't matter. Russ, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 308 yards. Sam Howell, 300 yards pretty much, 2 touchdowns. He's getting it together. Spread the ball out really nicely. Got about 9 guys catching the ball yesterday. Yeah, good game. Thoughts on that?
Sam Howell's arrived.
Yep. he's
Jahan
here.
Jahan Dotson was nowhere to be found though. Shout out Brian Robinson on Rob's taxi. He went
Yeah.
off and
Yeah.
made
I
me
guess
made
he's that
made me think.
he's that guy now.
He gonna be a sit against Cowboys, but and Philly probably.
I
So
think
4 games out of the year.
I don't know. They might be prepping to trade Gibson, right?
Gibson?
Got to.
I mean, no, I think they might use both.
think?
I
mean,
think I think at the moment, why even they're 2-0. There's no point to change anything right now.
True.
So we'll see.
Next game, it was actually really good. Dolphins Patriots. It literally came down to a lateral play that was inches short.
I thought
they should have gave it to him.
When I watched that replay, you can ask Sarah Beth. We were both watching the end. I thought he got the first down, and
I
then
did too.
then the Dolphins guys started cheering. I'm like, what did they see that I didn't? And I still never did see it. I guess it has something to do with where the ball was and where the knee, but
Yeah, I mean they
I
should
feel like
have.
they should have spotted the ball
for sure.
Yeah, they should have done that
There should have
because
been a measurement.
I think honestly every
Absolutely.
NFL fan that's not a Dolphins fan probably wants to see them at least get a chance. But
Yeah,
the one thing about Mac Jones is 2 games, it keeps coming down to this 4th downs. You got to find a way to
yeah.
get
like
the
Baker.
first. Be like Baker. So we got 2 games tonight. We got Saints and Panthers. That's going to be a fun game to watch. Well, maybe. Well,
the real game tonight. We got Browns and Steelers. Thankfully,
well, both games will be interesting.
Yeah, I mean they could both be
No-
blowouts. They could both be
Deontay
close.
Johnson for Pittsburgh, and the Browns defense was really good last week.
They were really, really good.
So I did pick the Browns. I don't know if you ended up changing it on my official thing.
You did. Oh, I need to change that. I do need to change that.
I picked the Browns to win, and I picked the Saints to win. Yeah, I don't think everyone should be too hard on Bryce Young. It's only his second start. Shitty situation.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a good NFL quarterback though.